Alrighty. Welcome, Orville Nation. Welcome, Time Prophet Louise, Lord Thoth, Celine, Dee Dee Myers, everyone who is in here, MS, Rob. Good to see you, Rob. Lauren, Jeff Beeler, Alan Cux. So many people. Gap Stargate, Matt Ryan. So many people. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Katie, Nina, ADEGA, and Joseph. Welcome, you guys.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah,
it's rainy in Cancun today. It's very, very rainy.
It's snow today. Do you want to switch?
No. It's like a tropical thunder weather, so I'm sure Katie would love it here.
Man, if I somehow find my way down there, would I say have a couch to sleep on?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna find a way.
I gotta say, it's great to have the gang here, and I gotta say, Joe, we had so many questions pop up for you and for Yodelle.
Really?
And actually, Yodelle is backstage, and why doesn't I will let Joseph introduce her.
All right. Well, here's an actress who I worked with for the first time back when she was 13, and I will tell you more about that experience. But it was so positive that when I wrote the character of Five, it was really with her in mind, hoping that, she would nail the audition. And she did. Mm-hmm. And she's one of the few, if only, performers who I've never given a line reading to, who I've never sort of asked her to do a performance or a delivery a different way. She has amazing instincts. And of the entire Dark Matter cast, given the fact that she's been acting since she was 3, she was the most experienced of all of them. I present to you is JODELLE FERLAND.
Yay!
The lovely and talented JODELLE FERLAND.
Welcome, Yodelle. Thank you for joining us.
Hi. If I'm echoing at all, I'll go get some earbuds, by the way. So just let me know if I sound weird.
You sound
right
great.
now you're okay.
Okay, good. Hi. So glad to be here.
We're very happy to have you here. We have said many, 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 many good things about you, how well you act. It is a true honor to have you on, and 1,000 thanks to Joe for bringing you here.
I mean, she's a great actress and also like a formidable cosplayer.
Yes.
We were just talking about the fact that you're a huge anime enthusiast.
Oh, yeah.
And a veteran TikToker as well.
Yeah, I haven't done any for a while. I kind of took a break for a bit. I went really hard at the TikTok at the beginning of the pandemic because I didn't have a whole lot else to do. And then I did too much, so I took a break. But I have so many ideas and I want to get started again. I just finished rewatching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it my heart. So I really want to do a female version of Edward Elric. Really
yay!
That would be amazing. I like that jacket.
I wore my Tolkien shirt, especially for you, because I know you're a huge fan of Miyazaki's work, as I can see. Princess Mononoke. Yeah. I've actually been a huge fan of yours since I saw you on Dark Matter, and I'm from Vancouver too. Well, I grew up there,
Oh,
so
awesome.
I was like, well, now I live in Cancun, but I was, living in Canada, grew up in Vancouver, and I was like, oh my God, she's from Vancouver. I love her. She's like my soulmate. And then because I was huge into anime and everything, so I started following you like after the whole Dark Matter thing. And it was really cool to see a Canadian girl step up from Vancouver. Yay.
Thank you. Yeah, I get really excited when I see that people are from Vancouver too. It just makes me happy. Yay, Canadian.
And just so you know, Yodelle, meteorologist Katie in the top corner there, she emulates you with her 5 cosplay.
I would have brought it tonight, but we had snow this morning, and as the title suggests, I had my job to worry about. I was so bummed out.
Well, that's very cool though.
Thanks.
I can see you already have like some 5 stuff going on right now. Like you have your green hair right now.
Oh yeah, so I can't do it fully because I still have to do auditions even when I'm not working. So I just did the little It's not great, but I just did the underneath bits, and I love it so much. It makes me really happy. I can hide it for auditions. Like, oh, what what green hair? I don't know what you're talking about, but that's right here. It makes me so happy. It's like a little bit of 5. I've missed that hair every day since the last day of the last season. I love it.
Aw. No, is green your favorite color?
Blue is my favorite color, but like the 5 hair was sort of a mix. Our hairdresser used like 3 or 4 different shades of green and blue, so it was kind of like a turquoise, green, blue, all different shades. So I really loved it. But yeah, I've had like the green, bluish for Dark Matter, and then the first season, in between seasons, I just dyed it like bright blue, and I love that so much. So yeah, the 2 colors combined.
Tammy and I have a picture filed away somewhere of you and your blue hair. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, that's when I did that's the first time I cosplayed Coraline, when I did the blue hair. And we went to Comic-Con and I had the blue for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Do you have earbuds? Because I think when other people are talking, there is a little feedback.
1 sec.
Thanks.
How do can I turn this off for a sec? Can I just click stop cam?
Just you can hit stop cam or mute. Yeah.
Stop cam, yeah.
Here, I'll mute you.
Used to just this whole setup. I don't know how, like, Joe, the people you bring on, it's just so easy for them. Oh yeah, they make it look so easy.
Well, she's a professional though.
Yeah.
She's an online professional. Like, you should see her like TikToks. Pretty amazing.
I gotta follow her now on TikTok.
Totally
I had no idea.
Yeah. And she makes like crazy jewelry. Like I gotta convince her to make some avocado cufflinks for me at some point. She's like avocado earrings. She had like sushi earrings and.
Dang.
I'm sure I can find you some sort of avocado cufflinks here in Mexico.
Oh really?
I was gonna go with the earrings.
Avocado everything.
I'll keep a lookout.
All right.
You have to get in the matching earrings though.
Okay.
Otherwise, the look just won't work.
Yeah.
For sure. Ensemble.
Guys, while we wait for, I'm going to be putting up a Twitter of a friend of the communities. His name is Tom Gardner. He's on Twitter. And Tom has done a lot of GIFs or GIFs, whatever you want to call them, for Dark Matter. So I'm going to be putting that into the chat. And you guys might want to follow Tom and thank him for all the GIFs, whatever. I see GIFs. And thank them and share it. And there's so many there. And use them because he made them for the community. I guess Joe knows, right?
Yes, yeah. Tom has been a long time supporter of Dark Matter.
Awesome.
I'll put that in right now.
So I have to ask Katie, what did you think of today's episode? So Katie, unlike everyone else, is watching this series on an episodic basis. So she has not watched beyond 302. So no spoilers. And I'm curious as to sort of, Katie, what did you think of 302?
I was very, very glad when they shot Rio. It was like a stress relief I didn't know I needed. Even though it was I was good with it. But no, I thought it was really, I love the idea of the enclosing void. It really pushes the plot along even faster. And I love the pacing of this one. And especially the 2 doctors. I've never seen those actors before, but I instantly was like, I like them. I need to find out more about them.
Yeah.
So are they in any shows outside of Dark Matter?
They do a show called Kim's Convenience, which is hugely
one.
comedy.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have to start watching that show.
And they both auditioned for the same role. And I kind of knew Paul. And then ultimately it was 2 roles, so we decided to give them to both. So Paul Lee and Jean Yoon were the actors. And Paul is like the biggest geek. Whenever I see him at comic conventions, he's either dressed up as Ghostbusters or he's doing some sort of cosplay. And he actually, I think he had a cameo in the
Mandalorian?
Star Wars. Yeah, the Mandalorian.
Yeah, he did. I was so excited to see him because I knew he was a huge Star Wars fan. I was so happy when I saw him on that.
And he was thrilled. Yeah.
She played a captain in the first season of the The Expanse.
Yep.
Yeah, the Mars captain. She was tough.
yeah.
I thought she played that excellent.
I forgot about that. I love The Expanse.
I just instantly loved him. I don't. When she goes to pick up the sharp object, I'm like, oh no, Joe!
I was
Can I have one character I adore and not have him die? It's been
I was like, oh my god, she's a psycho. Like, because you could tell, like, right after that, like that shot where she picks up the knife and then she's got this like evil look in her eyes, and you're like, oh no, bad things are gonna happen.
like this episode was a roller coaster because I was like, yeah, you shot Rio. Oh no, the guy's dead. Yay, you shot the girl. Oh gosh, wait a second. There was a problem with 5. Wait a second, Rio might kill the other girl. Like it was up and down.
Yeah, it was one of those episodes that I rewatched, and actually I like it, more on second viewing. And then I just kind of remember things like the hat, right? I remember coming on set, and Jodelle's wearing the hat, and it was just something that she had that Noreen, our costume designer, had basically offered Jodelle. She offered Jodelle the hat, and Jodelle put on the hat. And I come on set and I'm like, I don't love the hat. Lose a hat. And Jodelle throws me this look like,
It's my hat.
So I'm like, okay, keep the hat.
Okay, look, here's what happened, okay? I think sometimes when I wear things to the costume fittings for Dark Matter, they'd be like, oh, that's cool. We like that for 5, because I'm basically just like a toned down version of 5 with her wardrobe. Like the ear cuffs, like that I wore like wire elf ears to the first fitting, and then they liked that, so they made that part of it. Anyway, I don't know. It's cold in Toronto in the winter, so I was wearing this hat a lot, and I think that they liked it, and then they said, oh, we'll put you in that for the flashback. And I guess they don't ask you things.
It was like a pleasant surprise when I came down on set. It's like that. Remember that? Like, was it like the cardigan or whatever with that like pineapple on it?
Yeah, there was a yellow cardigan, and then I was like, I don't think Joe likes that, and then I felt really bad.
No, I'm
like they put me in it again, and I was like, I feel like I remember that Joe like wasn't a huge fan of
at that point, kind of the ship has sailed, kind of. So
yeah, they were like, we didn't know that, and I was like, what? I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
was there a costume that you liked the most? Like, was there one that you were like, oh my god, this is amazing?
Oh, that's hard. I loved all of the outfits so much. I really liked some of the outfits where I was like in disguise and stuff, like the different outfits or flashbacks or stuff like that, because I got to wear different things. Actually, yeah, I really loved 5's flashback clothes, like this hat.
I think we all think your hat. Yeah.
That's so funny.
You had
It's
several
like a
guys
little
in the chat that were pretty impressed when you were with Tufo in disguise with the yellow hair.
Blonde.
Yeah.
I was trying to think which one it was, because there's a few different ones where I wear a different outfit, but I really liked that. I loved all the clothes. I got to keep some of them, but yeah, very good wardrobe. We had a very good wardrobe team on that show.
Yeah, you did.
At the end, Rap and Noreen say, "Take whatever you want."
Yeah. Oh, and then there was that. Which episode was it? I had the really cool thing is like pants and this long jacket thingy when we were
Undercover goth girl.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. There was that. I do have that jacket. Yeah, I've got a bunch of things. I don't know.
Wow, that's so cool.
Jodelle, I wanted to ask you before we dive into the episode, and forgive me, I'm trying to bring up the images. I'm on a new computer today, and it's not letting me share right now. I'm going to fix it. But I wanted to ask you, how did you first? I know you were very young, but how did you first get into Stargate, which eventually introduced you to Joe?
It was before Stargate. She's actually. When did you first start acting?
When I was 2.
2. I said 3. Oh. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, I don't think it makes that much of a difference when you're 2 or 3. But yeah, I can't even remember. It was so long ago when I. Well, oh, actually, right, because I did 2 Stargate episodes. There was SG-1 first, and then there was Atlantis. I don't remember exactly how I ended up landing those roles. I remember.
you clearly landed the roles because you delivered a great audition. That's how it happens.
I do remember being super stressed about the audition for SG1 because the lines were quite a mouthful. And I was, and even on set, I was like, it was just a lot to get out of my mouth. And it's like, it makes you a little bit nervous when you're coming into a show that you're just a guest star on. You haven't been there every day, and you've got a lot to say and you don't want to mess it up. But I loved working on both those shows. And I got to meet Joe when I did Atlantis.
So she was in SG1, the young Adria before she grows up to become what's her name, Marina Baccarin. And she plays it perfectly creepy. I mean, you've made a career of playing creepy kids.
Yeah.
And then creepy teens. And then she ended up playing the part of Princess Harmony on Stargate Atlantis. I love telling the story where she was like 13 and your mother came to set and we were shooting out in the woods. And she knew, at 13, she knew all her lines. And whenever our leads, Joe Flanagan or David Hewlett, would kind of slip up or forget their lines, she would prompt them. So she knew their lines as well. And I just never forgot that because it was such a great performance. Just like really great instincts, so that, I mean, when I was, looking to cast 5, she was the one, you're the one I had in mind.
Does
What is that?
Does that make you feel like all, I don't know, like it would make me feel so like, oh my God, I'm like the best, like, because he thought of you and he designed a character based off you. Like, does that make you feel like, oh my God?
I mean, it's a bit, I don't know how to feel. I'm extremely flattered, and it makes me like super happy that you would want me for that role, but also feels a bit surreal. It's like, me? Why? But I absolutely love playing 5, so I'm really happy that you chose me for it. And I do feel like I fit the character really well, to be honest, just because I didn't really have to act much. It just kind of felt like I was playing myself, but if I was on a spaceship, So, I loved being that character, and I'm still really happy that you chose me. Thank you.
So who of the characters was your favorite? Like, was it 5? Was it the one you played?
I feel like, I loved 5, obviously, very much. But I also really love the android, so I feel like she's my other favorite character. I just love, like, robots and androids in general so much. I have so many robot things in my apartment. So that's usually, like, if there's an android or a robot, that's usually my favorite character.
Nice.
Now, if you gravitate more towards the good side, the light, or the dark side of the evil, which one would you prefer to play on an average day?
I think in general probably darker because it's more fun. I feel like you get to play around a little bit more. I mean, because I'm not like evil. And so if I want to do something different for a role, then evil's more fun because you get to be not yourself. As much as I absolutely love playing 5, I mean, Evil 5 would have been pretty cool too.
Mirror Universe 5.
Yeah.
And Udell, do you ever watch David Hewlett's YouTube channel, by the way?
No, I didn't know that he had a YouTube channel. I will now.
Yeah, he's really active.
Oh,
cool. Guys, I'm gonna step out 1 second. I want to fix this problem because I cannot post any pictures. I'm gonna step out and I will step back in.
Who's in charge?
Joe's in charge.
Okay, all right. You guys are in trouble. Someone asked a question about those vent crawling sequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to talk about that? I mean, were you always on a skateboard? Was that always?
I think I would remember that. I don't think that
you
ever
weren't
happened.
ever on a skateboard. It was just
No.
basically they never kind of pulled you along.
No, that would have been nice. That sounds great.
You're like,
no,
was that an option?
kind of get me along. It was difficult. I loved it though. I mean, it was really cool and it looks awesome. But I remember there was one time, I don't remember which season it was or anything. They all kind of blur together. I think the first one though, where we did a bunch of the vent scenes in one day because
It was the last
like
day of production.
Yeah,
we had
yeah.
wrapped. Yeah, I remember that, and it was like a
It was-
maze. They created this maze of tunnels, and it was just like the entire morning or afternoon of you just crawling and
So
climbing
weird,
down
yeah.
and climbing up.
It looks awesome, but yeah, my knees and my elbows and everything were a little bit sore by the end of the day. Just a lot of awkward crawling and like trying to make sure that my hair didn't go in front of my face and everything, and like look at the camera at not a really weird angle. Yeah, it was a bit of a tight space, but it looked awesome, so you know, it's okay.
Do you still get people coming up to you and be like, "Are you 5 from Dark Matter?" Like,
I feel like usually it's more of a, because I don't have the bright hair anymore, so it was a lot easier for people to recognize me then. So like they know that they recognize me from something, but they can't quite figure it out usually. So it's more of a, were you in a like a space show or something like that? And then like Dark Matter, probably. Yes, that's it. Oh, your hair is different, and yeah, that's usually what happens now. But people do still recognize me from it, definitely. Yeah,
Oh
a lot of people really like that show.
especially Canadians, we love that show.
Yeah, and living in Canada, more people would recognize me from it. Yeah. Like
Are you
on
not
a
in
daily
Canada
basis.
anymore? Are you not in Canada anymore?
No, I am. Yeah, I'm still
okay.
in Vancouver. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before you got on, Jodelle, we were talking to Katie, who has discovered My Hero Academia. And
oh yes.
you want to show her your purchase?
So I've been like, I spent like $100 on merch. So I got an Aizawa pop, I got an alternate Aizawa pop. I have like 4 Aizawa shirts. I bought the manga. I am like, this is the first anime I've ever seen. And I told Joey, he's like, hey, you know who you should talk to about this?
Oh my god, it's your first one. I didn't know. Kate.
That's a good one because it's like really easy to get into and it's really, really fun. I love it so much. And
Yeah,
the characters are
until
so
the
cool.
airy storyline, and then you're just like, holy crap, what are they doing over there?
Yeah, I did a cosplay of Mina actually, which was hard. I got the contacts and everything, and then once I finally got the contacts in, which was not easy, they're the giant ones, I realized that I couldn't really see very well to paint myself pink, but I managed.
That's impressive.
I need to do that one again at some point. I think I'm just gonna get like regular size yellow lenses, and I can Photoshop it in pictures or something because that was not easy. But yeah, I love Mina so much. She's so cute.
The whole characters. If anyone who doesn't know in the comment section, go watch some anime. It's wholesome.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I love all the different characters in that show. They're just like, they're all so unique. But yeah, Mina's my favorite. Like once I cosplay a character, I kind of just like fixate on them and I'm like, they're the best. I love them so much. So Mina's my favorite now.
Nice. Yeah, no, I found that watching through the next few seasons and like the episodes of Dark Matter, I'm like, oh, I could probably make that an alternative 5 cosplay. Yeah, I could find that shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's what I do when I watch things. I like look at all the details and I'm like, I have that. I'm gonna build an entire cosplay because I have this one small item that's the same.
Exactly.
So that's convenient, right? I guess.
Oh my gosh, yeah. One of these days, we're all gonna have to get everyone else on this panel to cosplay.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be amazing.
I'm down. You don't have to convince me of that at all.
You should definitely have a cosplay day. That would be awesome.
I don't think the costumes would be anywhere as good as Jodelle's. I was just talking about your obsessive, not obsessive. Well, maybe kind of obsessive.
Probably.
Obsessive with basically detail, and the fact that your little hand painted like like the avocado earrings and the little sushi things.
I almost wore those. I have gummy bear earrings today. I made these ones.
No way.
They're not as detailed because these are just like resin. The avocado and stuff is clay ones, which I've been making more of, by the way. I've made a bunch more avocados. Every time I do it, it gets a little bit more realistic looking, so I'm happy with the latest one.
I just put your Instagram in the chat, so if you guys want to go check it out, check out Jodelle's.
This is Twitter.
Well, I also put the Instagram one.
Oh, amazing.
So if you guys want to see her cosplay, she has a lot, like her Instagram's awesome. So you guys can go check out Instagram.
I have
Twitter is awesome too. So.
I haven't been posting as much on social media and stuff lately, but like I said, I'm gonna start start doing it again with the cosplay and the crafts and everything, because I've made a whole bunch of things and I haven't posted any of it yet, and I have a lot of cosplay ideas. So yeah, I promise I'll post more soon.
Yay!
Well, are you working on some project that keeps you from doing that? Something you can't tell us about? Oh.
No, of your like up and coming cosplays, do you have any in particular that you're super psyched about?
I kind of just have like so many in my head that are just like ideas that I haven't actually fully like formed yet. Like I want to do the Edward Elric one, but then I also want to cosplay like so many other ones from Full Metal Alchemist. Like I want to do Winry for sure, and I definitely want to do Lust, because that's not too hard. I have a dress like that and I just have to put my hair extensions in and just need contacts. Yeah. I can't remember what else I wanted to do right now. I have so many ideas.
I think that's my biggest
all
problem
over the
with
place.
cosplaying is the fact that I can't do contacts. Like I cannot put them into my eyes. So it's like I've always been like, no, this is like the biggest challenge, because I tried really, really hard, but it just doesn't happen.
I wouldn't want to do it if it was just like me trying it for the first time myself, but like I've had to have contacts on set before where somebody else has put them in for me, like since I was a kid. I mean, in the Stargate SG-1 episode, I had contacts in. So I was already kind of used to it, so it doesn't bother me too much. But if I'd never done it before and I was just trying it myself, no.
One year, like I was dressing up as like Cinderella for Halloween, and I was like, I'm gonna get like blue contacts and like have blue eyes and everything like that. Yeah. And like I couldn't do it. And then my friend tried for like 2 hours to put them in. She was like trying to like keep my eye open and like.
The longer you try, the worse it gets too. Like if you don't get it in right away, it just gets harder, and then your eyes really irritated. And not a good time.
It was just it was not meant to be. I'm just supposed to have brown eyes.
I like to do cosplays where I have the same eye color. But like there's so many anime characters and stuff that have brown eyes, especially like every single Ghibli character has brown eyes. So like I have to wear brown contacts all the time. There's so many that you can do.
Oh yeah, because okay. Yeah, see, I have brown eyes, so that's
you can do so many cosplays with brown eyes. Actually, like there's tons. Every time I do a Ghibli character, and I always think like that it looks really good before, and then I put contacts in, I'm like, whoa, that makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
Like, with the dark eyes, it just looks so different than I actually look like the anime character.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, but you're not going to have like someone come up and say, hey, that anime character had brown eyes.
Yeah.
No.
They will silently judge.
Obsessive is what it's true. Details.
Yeah, it's true. They won't say it to your face, but they'll think it. They'll be like, something not right.
That's the thing I like about the cosplay community. Like everyone on the outside, they're like, "Yeah, no, that's great, that's great." You were off by like 3 shades.
Oh yeah, that drives me insane. Sometimes I'll post like a side-by-side picture or something, and it's like I don't know why people feel the need to do this, but they'll be like, I mean, it would have been good if your hand was just like a little bit more over here. It's not the same as the picture. And I'm like, why would you say that? What? Thank you so much. Let me put it all on again and take the picture again for you. I'm so sorry.
Let me just readjust the hand here.
Yeah. Also, like, if there's something different, I'm sure I know about it. Like, it's hard to get it exactly the same. People are so silly.
Jodelle, are you working on anything right now? Like any like projects for TV or movies?
Not at the moment. I'm trying to. I'm still doing auditions and everything. Obviously, things are a bit different now in the film industry with COVID. There's still projects happening, but I don't go into in-person auditions anymore. So it's all in my room, filming my auditions and sending them in. But yeah, hopefully something soon. I'd love to be on set again. It's been a little while. COVID messed things up a bit. So it's been a bit since I've been on set. Yeah.
Well, hopefully Dark Matter season 4. That's what we've been trying to do over here. So
I love that.
One of these days, it's going to happen. I can see it. One of these days we're going to be on here and Joe's going to be like, I got good news. Dark Matter season 4.
Jodelle, go back in the chair for your, what is it, like a 3-hour hair treatment? Or
God, yeah. By the 3rd season, my hair was pretty sad, to be honest. It's been bleached so many times. Just like the ends were like, just let me die. I'm so sad.
Yeah.
But I still loved it so much.
But at least you have no tattoos that I know of to cover up. We were talking about the fact that Alex would have to get in there for like something ridiculous like 3 a.m.
He's got a lot.
Scene.
Yeah, I don't have, I have tattoos, but I don't have any that need to be like, I don't get any in like places that are very obvious because I don't like to get up early and I don't want to spend extra time in the makeup chair and I don't want them to have to get up earlier. So,
Jodelle is a serial napper. I mean, I've got like tons of pictures of her. Basically, she will crawl into like, you have those like cast chairs and they're tiny and yet she manages to sort of crawl into like a little cat curl and just kind of nap. And she's a napper. In fact, actually, before today, Kemi was like, make sure to call her to make sure she's not napping. Because I remember when she was in town, we were supposed to go to the farmer's market, and I was like,
that was a different time.
With Jodelle didn't mean us. And she's like, I'm napping. It's like, napping? It's like 11 a.m.
I'm a cat. I don't remember the last time I went an entire day without like at least a small nap. I just nap a lot.
It's the key to good acting.
Yeah, that's the secret.
That's awesome. I can't nap at all. Like when when I nap, I'm out. Like, and then if you wake me up, it's like, why are you waking me up? I'm asleep. I just get all grumpy.
You seem to have a bit of a temper, I bet.
Me?
Yeah.
Especially when I don't have coffee in the morning. Like I'm one of those people, like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I've had my cup.
I have a great system working for naps right now because I get up for work at 2 a.m. and I get off at 10, which is great, but I'm exhausted. And so I usually take a nap, in the afternoon, but I sometimes miss out if there's a storm and I need to be awake for that. And so I've trained my cat, or rather he came trained, so that if there's a storm, he will sit on my chest and lick my eyelids open until I wake up. So it's perfect.
Oh my God, that is
the system you've got going there.
It's terrible, but it's great. He's my spirit animal.
Oh
my God.
My cat just wakes me up in the middle of the night every night. So you should train my cat.
Yeah.
Wake me up at the right times.
Something interesting's happening. Hey, it's 3 a.m. There's a rave somewhere. Come on.
Yeah. Apparently.
Tell us something about like dark matter, like one of your favorite memories, or like what, like, who you got along with, who you didn't like.
Gosh.
I don't feel like there was a whole lot of drama with the cast. We liked each other quite a lot. We loved spending time with each other every day. I missed them a lot, and it was really nice when we got to go to conventions afterwards and still get to see each other sometimes. Obviously, it's been a long time now, so it's been ages since I've seen everybody, but I love going to conventions with everyone. It's really fun. Because I haven't seen them in forever. But yeah, I don't know. I really liked that. It was a good job. Like I looked forward to going to work every day because everybody on set was just so awesome, and we all genuinely enjoyed spending time together.
Even filming in the cold?
We didn't have to do that a whole lot. Which was, I mean, it was cold outside all the time, but like we were in the studio most of the time, so you could kind of forget about it for a little bit.
Sometimes the studio was pretty cold.
The studio was cold, yes, but I would just perch in front of a heater and stay there.
In fact, I think I got a picture of you perched in this episode.
Yes, in this episode, exactly. Yeah, just sitting in front of the heater. It was really chilly in that one. I think that was like a different studio than usual. I feel like that was a different area than, because we weren't filming in the Raza set, so that was a different area, and it was really cold there. But yeah, most of the time we were in the studio. I'm from Canada, but like Vancouver doesn't have winters like that at all. And it kind of sucked because we filmed at the same time every year, and then I would go home just as it started to get a little bit nice out, like in the spring. So I was there for just the snowiest, coldest month. And yeah, it also gets really slippery. Like every time I tried to go for a walk, I was just like staring at the ground, walking like a toddler, trying not to slip.
You're just
Like
not
the
used to
black-
ice.
No, I'm not. I don't understand. It's just like, it's so hard to walk on.
There's a great way to walk in it. I use it for some of my cosplays. But if you do the actual penguin walk, you put all your weight on one foot at a time,
Yeah.
and then you lift and you move, you won't fall.
That's basically what I was doing, but like I had to concentrate very hard on it, and I probably looked completely ridiculous because I was literally just like.
Someone in the
Just
coffee
trying not
shop
to fall.
like, wait a second, is that
Yeah.
Dark Man?
No, it's not me. I'm a penguin.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
I do miss Toronto, though. I miss it a lot. I mean, I don't generally go there on purpose in the wintertime anymore, but I really love to visit. It's been ages now. I can't.
And you
I
were
can't
right
really
downtown. We
travel.
were all right downtown.
Yeah,
right?
which I absolutely loved. I loved being downtown. I could just like get everywhere really, really easily. And there's so much cool stuff. There's lots of like fun little shops and just cool things in Toronto that I really miss. I'd love to be able to come back and visit. And you, Joe, you're there.
Aw.
Yeah.
I miss you
Well,
guys.
we miss you too, and hopefully I'll get another show up and running, and of course cast you, and it'll be just like old times. You know, I was saying, season 1, it was you, Roger, and Lauren Bancroft Wilson, and Kemi and I. We all lived in the same building. We get together and we would do watch Walking Dead and drink bourbon milkshakes.
Yes,
I
I think about those milkshakes a
Yes.
lot. They're really good.
I remember when we would watch Walking Dead, and it would be like the most, grisly, horrifying, violent stuff. And Jodelle's completely unfazed, but the one time she was like horrified, she had her hands to her face, was a scene where, what's his name? Is Andrew Lincoln is the actor's name? Our lead, shaves his beard.
Yeah.
And she was like so freaked out by the fact that she couldn't even watch.
Unrecognizable.
Oh no.
It was shocking. It was very shocking. I expect all the zombie stuff, like it's Walking Dead. It's like, oh,
well,
somebody got eaten by a zombie in a zombie show, like unexpected. You don't expect them to shave.
A horror expert, but pro, I guess, because you've been doing horror movies. I mean, that's how I knew you. When I first saw you, I think was Silent Hill.
Yeah.
The kid with
Oh
no
my
mouth.
God, you were in that?
Yeah, I was the little girl that everybody was chasing, and that was also evil sometimes.
Oh my God,
Nice.
you're right. I love that movie. And now that you're saying it, it's like, oh my God, that's so crazy that you were in that.
Yeah, it was really fun. It's funny, like I've done a lot of horror movies, and I still really like doing horror movies, like filming them. It's really fun. But I used to watch them a lot, and I don't really watch, like Walking Dead is a bit different. It's not really, I mean, there's a lot of gore and stuff, but it's all the same type of, it's like zombie stuff, I don't really watch horror movies a lot anymore. I don't know what happened, but like they didn't used to faze me at all, and now they kind of do, and I don't know what happened. I still love filming them, but like, I don't know why. It depends on what it is. Like, I still like really dark, creepy things. I love, like Black Mirror type stuff. But for some reason, there's just some things in horror movies that I'm just like, can't watch anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
I'm the same way. Like, I don't like super gory, like weird stuff, but I like the psychological, like horror. Like, I like the psychological stuff, not the weird, like gore, whatever, a lot of blood. Guts and all that stuff. Actually, it was some of the people in the chat, like the Time Prophet, was asking if you're ever going to do another horror movie. So you kind of just answered that, but
I mean, it's not. I don't really like aim for a certain genre or anything. I just kind of try to get work. And if I get a horror movie, then great. I love working in horror movies. If it's a comedy, that's fun too. I mean, really, whatever whatever I manage to book that I feel like I'm right for, then I'm happy. And yeah, the reason that I did so many horror movies when I was younger was because when you do something and people think you're good at it, then you keep getting those roles. And I was always totally fine with that because I love doing them, and I had a lot of fun doing all the creepy little girl roles. But yeah, it's sort of like a typecasting thing that I was totally fine with because I loved doing it. But it wasn't that I was like, yeah, so I'm just gonna tell my agent that I only do horror movies.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to get a
That's
role.
it.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's only horror, please. It's just kind of whatever I end up doing. I don't know. So yeah, if I can, I will.
Yeah, just also everybody in the chat, we don't know what's going on with PJ. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to read some of these super chats that have come in, especially because they're directed at Jodelle. John Burns for $5, thank you so much, says, Jodelle, acting is like being in the army, and a good infantry person will find a place to nap anyway. I think it's very wise. So,
Thank you.
said that for you.
I never thought of it that way. Yeah, like I literally can nap anywhere.
Put it on a resume.
True.
Yeah, I don't really have any special skills on my resume, so I feel like I'm gonna have to get creative with them. So I feel like that's a good one. You know, can nap anywhere, can sleep in director's chair if the hours are long.
Yeah.
You got to put that in like your Twitter bio, like can nap anywhere.
A special skill.
John Burns also asked to ask you if you play video games and if you like horror games.
You know, I'm really bad at video games, but I like them. I didn't really grow up with them. Like, we didn't have video games in my house at all when I was a kid. So, you know, a lot of my friends like were just really good at them because they grew up with them, and it was just like easy for the controllers. They don't really have to think about where the buttons are or anything. And then when I tried later in life to play them, I was like, this is really like, where's that? Like, I don't, it was really hard. And so I couldn't just like do it without thinking. And so, yeah, it's not easy for me to figure out all of that and think about pressing all those buttons at once. So those kind of games I'm not very good at because the controller's just a lot. It's a lot. But I like puzzle games and stuff like that. Like I have a PS4, but it mostly gets used for Netflix and stuff, if I'm being honest. I bought a couple of games, and well, what happened was I bought BioShock because this was a few years ago. I bought BioShock because I was the voice of the little sisters in BioShock 2, and so I thought I should play that. I haven't made it to the second one. And then I really should try a little harder, because you know, when you're just like not great at something the first time, you're like, guess I won't try again. And then I bought Overwatch because everybody was like, it was really big at the time, and everybody really loved it and told me I should play it. I didn't know you play with actual humans, like other people, and I'm not into that. So I like turned it on the first time, and I was like, am I hearing? I just never tried again. But I really like games on my computer. Just like getting games on like Steam or whatever. I play a little bit of Among Us, which is really fun.
My God, Among Us
that.
is so fun. I love that game.
Yeah.
Someone pointed out, we started out 2020 playing Animal Crossing, and it was so nice and sweet, and we ended it by killing our friends in Among Us.
Yeah.
It's really quite poetic.
Yeah, my favorite game that I've ever played is it's a robot game. Surprise, surprise. It's called Machinarium. It came out a long time ago, but I love it so much. It's just it's a really cute puzzle game. It's like you're trying to help this robot get back to his lady robot, and it's really nice.
Oh my God,
it's just like
so
beautiful art. Beautiful art, and the music is really nice. It's got an amazing soundtrack. The same company just came out with a game that is actually, I don't know if it's like I wouldn't say it's a horror game, I don't think, but it's like a creepy one that I really want to get. I think it's called Creeks or something like that. But yeah, so I want to try that one next because it's the same sort of style, but like a creepy one. So I'm going to get that.
I was just looking up this Machinarium thing, and I remember seeing it a while ago, and I was like, I really want to play this. This
It's
looks
so good. I love it so much. I played it multiple times because I just love the whole vibe of it. It's really, really nice.
I'm sure there's someone out there who's like a game developer who could make a dark matter game. And it would just be
great.
Try not to get killed by this member and this member and this.
Wow.
Whoops, you lost your memories again. Whoops.
Yeah. You survive for 50 minutes, your memory's intact,
Yeah.
you win.
I would love that.
The Time Prophet is asking if you would consider ever directing an episode of Dark Matter.
She'd have to grow a beard.
If we ever get like a season 4, would you be interested in that?
In general, I've never really felt very drawn to directing, but I don't know. I think it would be different if it was an episode of Dark Matter. I mean, I'd already kind of I would know everybody on set and everything and know the vibe of it, and that would be a lot easier. I wouldn't feel so weird about it. I'd be among friends. So maybe.
Who do you think would be the hardest actor to direct?
I'm not doing that.
See,
It would be Anthony. It would be Anthony. Of course it would.
I mean, probably myself, because I'd still be in it, wouldn't I?
Right.
So that would
That is one thing that I did notice in this episode is that 3 actually destroys food without eating it. Very strange. Very strange.
Oh God, yeah, Anthony.
Yeets it into the
It was a nice little moment I also noticed in this episode. So we've just kind of been watching the episodes, and in the beginning, Katie hated 3
with a passion.
Has apparently come around now. Oh, look at the kitty.
There's radar. There's my alarm clock.
Where's my kitties?
Yeah, where's your kitty?
I don't know.
Now I'm gonna have to go grab my kitty.
But now she
He
loves
just started
him.
clawing at my leg, so I had to pick him up.
But he's one of your favorites now, right?
He is, yeah. No, it definitely it's 3,
He grows
5,
on
and
you.
Android.
Yeah, mainly because also his relationship with 5. Especially in end of season 2, and then in this episode, there's that really sort of sweet moment where basically she's unconscious, and they're like, we're not sure if she can make it, and he kind of reaches out and kind of, gives her leg a squeeze.
Well, and
Nice,
I love that episode where you were basically kidnapped by those people, and then he had to come rescue you.
Yeah,
you stick a spoon in the guy's ear.
Yes,
Oh, God, yeah.
It was a beautiful thing.
Yes.
That was a cool episode. Yeah, I love that one.
6 is maybe like the dad, and 3 is just the crazy uncle who can get away with a ton of stuff.
I think that's accurate. Yeah. If you were to try and figure out who they are in a weird dysfunctional family, that would be it. Yeah.
So what? We can just kind of talk about this episode. Okay, so Katie, did you any surprises, or were you just
Did you
love it? Did you hate it?
I really liked it.
Okay.
I really enjoyed all the different paths that the characters took. The thing that shocked me though was having a sister. Which
I was
I'm
just
a little worried
yeah.
Joe's gonna kill. I don't know. But I was like, wait a second, a sister. Maybe 2's her sister. Maybe that's why they get along so well. And I just went down a hole. So
Oh my God.
We did look really, really alike before they decided to change my hair. I mean, I had the exact same hair. It was really, really long and wavy and same color and everything. So we did look like we could be sisters.
yeah, I'm still holding out hope that maybe y'all are sisters, and I just haven't gotten to the episode yet.
Well, I remember the first time I saw it when it came to that point where, because the android was like, her memory might be wiped again or whatever. I was like, oh no, they're gonna make it so that she's the only one that doesn't have her memories now and all. So I was really surprised that you woke up and you actually remembered you had a sister, and I was like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember reading. I mean, it was the way that it is for other people when they watch episodes for the first time, that's how we felt reading the scripts. So
Yeah.
I remember sometimes we would get them when we were on set in the middle of filming, and a new episode would a new script episode would come out, and we'd get the email, and I'd be like sitting there like reading it on my phone, like, what's gonna happen? And I remember that part being like, excuse me, what's gonna happen? Is this gonna be really bad? But yeah, I'm glad you didn't do that to me, because that would suck.
So what was, like, if you had to pick one of the top shocking moments you had reading a script where you're like, I need to know what happens next, what little bits like shocked you the most?
I mean, it's definitely the sister part for sure, because that was a huge shock. Oh god, there were so many parts. I mean, pretty much every episode in like the first season, because we were still learning about our memories and everything. We had like no idea who we were, so every time an episode ended, we would find out a little bit more every episode, and I was just like dying to find out more, because I didn't know anything about, like, in this episode we find out more about Five's past and all that, so this one was really cool to read, but yeah, before that we really didn't know much about my character or the past. Joe did, because, you know, he knows.
Literally, it's a running joke. Joe just goes, who knows?
Yeah,
well, who knows what the future holds? But that's actually one of the nice things about the show is the fact that they had memory wipes. They can't use the I need to know this because it kind of will inform my performance. It's actually better if the actor doesn't know.
It, because I would want to know, because, you know, I'm extremely curious and everything, but then it would be like, but I don't really need to know, and it probably doesn't help if I do know, because, like, there's no, you don't need the, like, foreshadowing if the character literally doesn't know.
It's brilliant.
Frustrating.
Well, okay, so like when you were filming Dark Matter, you were 19, right? Like you were legal drinking age.
Yeah.
Okay, so were you part of the bourbon club? The whiskey club? Yeah.
I came up once in a while. I don't remember why I didn't join more often. I feel like I was probably napping.
I was gonna say that. Yes.
Because I lunchtime is nap time for me, so probably I was just asleep. But I the few times when I actually like ate in the lunchroom, or if I like was around and I went upstairs to the office for something, I'd be like, "Oh, yes, please." Yeah, good stuff.
Okay. And
then for a second, I was like, "Wait a sec, 19?" And then I remember America.
Yeah. It's 19.
19.
It's still right? I mean, it was 19 when I was growing up there. I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, I mean, it's different in different provinces. There's some places where it's 18, I think. But yeah, most of Canada, it's 19.
Dang.
And Jeff Mueller asks for $2. Jodelle, what would Five be doing as she grows up?
I feel like she'd open up her own like business of like fixing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would be a thing that she would do. She'd be like, bring me any kind of techie thing, I will fix it, or I'll make it into something else really cool. Yeah, I don't know. I could definitely see her doing that, because she loves fixing stuff and making stuff.
And wearing the goggles.
Yeah, exactly.
Suddenly moved.
Did you keep the goggles, by the way?
I don't have those ones. I did want them, but it was sort of like, obviously we didn't know that it wasn't coming back for another season, and because I live in Vancouver and I wanted to get them, but I did end up getting a bunch of the clothes, which was really nice, but I didn't get the goggles. But I have my own goggles, so they're pretty similar.
Katie got some now.
I got them for $10 at the store. I was like,
nice.
I need these, so I got them.
I have some that are similar. They're just like the steampunky, just silver ones. So if I wanted, I could add the little bits that Fives had.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've literally got everything I need to cosplay Five if I wanted to.
You did that at a convention? Well, oh my god!
It would be like, oh my god.
One time at Comic-Con, when we went for Dark Matter, I wasn't in cosplay. I was wearing my own clothes, and somebody said, "That's a really good cosplay," and I was like, "Excuse me." You look just like the girl from that space show, and I was like, "These are my clothes.
That's funny. That's funny.
Thank you, I guess.
And then,
Joe, if you get the entire crew back together and go to one convention, if you just go to one convention, dress everyone up. Just in the original costume.
Yeah.
You would win every costume contest.
I know for a fact that Roger has at least one pair of pants from Dark Matter because I saw him at an audition and I was like, those are Six's pants.
oh, wow.
Really? Interesting.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. It was a couple years ago, but I remember being like, those look familiar. I think it was like the gray ones. They have like pockets or zippers or I don't know. Anyway, I was like, those look familiar. So I feel like we could manage to pull that off.
But who would Joe cosplay as?
Yeah. Good
Three-piece suit.
Yeah,
True.
I know.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that would be incredible.
John Burns also asks for $5. Thank you, John. Says I'd love a parody behind the scene type Stargate or Dark Matter show or scene directed by Jodelle with a beard. LOL.
I do love like parody skit things. That would be fun.
Are you a fan of
I'd love to.
the Hillywood show on YouTube?
Oh yeah, I used to watch the videos all the time. It's been a bit since I guess I don't watch a lot of YouTube stuff anymore. Clearly, because I'm very out of the loop. But yeah, I love them. They're so fun. I used to see them at Twilight conventions sometimes because I would go for Eclipse and they would go because of their incredible parodies. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Yeah, I love their work so much.
And then I see I think PJ's behind the scenes highlighting things. So John Burns for $5 says Zoe Android is in the series Jan with Jan Arden. She plays Jan's sister, and Melissa too is in the series The Rookie with Nathan Fillion. And I think also Six is doing stuff too.
Roger Cross is in the corner. Yeah.
He's in the corner. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when you can spot actors in other shows from the one that you first saw them in. And it's just totally different characters. Like for me, I saw David Tennant as the Doctor in Doctor Who, and then I watched Bad Samaritan, and I'm just like, holy freaking crap!
So amazing. I love David Tennant so much.
He's
He's so good in everything. Have you seen Good Omens?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I cosplayed Curly.
So that's another one I want to do. I have all the things, but I just haven't actually done it and put it together. I really want to do like female versions of the two of them.
Yes.
My friend and I want to like do it together. I have like the wigs and everything to do both Aziraphale and Crowley. So yeah, I want to do those two.
Oh,
I am so sorry, guys.
Exactly.
I just want to explain to everybody what happened. I cracked my screen last night, and I had to buy a new Mac, and it has all these security features that I did not anticipate, and it was messing up my StreamYard. So I think we're okay. I apologize, Yodel.
So you're saying we can hack into your computer now?
I know, right?
And I think we're basically caught up on super chats, except for the last one here from Jeff, who asks for $2. Thank you so much. Says Jodelle's favorite flashback memory character.
I really, really loved doing the 4 flashbacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Partly because of how cool the outfits were. Like the one in this episode. So it takes a minute to get it on, but it's really comfy and it looks so cool. I love it so much. I wish they had
like
more of those.
Anime-ish, right? Like it's like an anime-ish kind of,
It's just like it looks so pretty and it's comfy and I love it. Yeah, I really wish I got to do more of that.
The opening scene in the season? Yeah. So that and you're acting opposite Andrew Moody, who is a terrific guest star. In fact, I think this episode had so many strong guest stars, and Ellen Wong as Masaki, who was
I love her.
Incredibly scary. I was just texting with her today, and Richard Fitzpatrick, who plays Baines, your mentor, was really good, really good in this episode.
I loved the scenes that I had with him. They are so intense. I mean, he got some of the coolest scenes. being able to tell me about the sister and everything. Those were some really intense scenes. Yeah, he was really good. He was really good. And I love Ellen Wong so much. I remember like internally freaking out when I met her because I love Scott Pilgrim so much. And I was like, okay, be normal person. I was like, hi, this is my Ramona Flowers cosplay.
Oh my god! Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Yodelle, what's one of your favorite? And forgive me if you guys have mentioned this, but what's one of your favorite con stories or experiences with the fans?
Oh my god, we've had so many cool ones. I mean, first of all, every single time that somebody's shown up dressed up as Five has been amazing. I get so much joy out of it every single time. Every single time I'm like, can I take a picture with you, please? This is amazing.
That's so cool.
I get so excited because like I know how much work goes into cosplay, because obviously doing it myself, it's a lot of work to try and find every single piece that's the same. I remember there was one girl at New York Comic Con, I'm pretty sure, that had like the exact same the swan shirt there was a black shirt with all the little swans on it.
Oh yeah.
She had the exact same shirt, and I was so impressed because it was literally my outfit. And I was like, I also want the swan shirt. I was jealous, but yeah, she did an amazing job. Yeah, just the cosplays are probably my favorite part, to be honest. Just being able to see everybody's awesome work, and just getting to meet people in person, because it's nice to see like tweets and interact online and everything, but it's a whole different thing when somebody's actually in front of you telling you that they really enjoy your work. And yeah, I just miss being able to actually like meet people and geek out.
You have
with
nothing
them.
scheduled, right? Not coming up, right? Nothing scheduled as far as convention or expo.
I have what's it called? I can't remember what it's called right now. A Texas convention, I think, but that's been postponed like 3 times because of COVID. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. Yeah, conventions obviously have been kind of on hold. So
I think there's a Star Trek one coming up in Vegas. If I'm not
really?
Las Vegas. Well, the continuing mission, I think, because it's no longer STLV, but
no, but I think they're doing it in August.
I think it's sometime coming up later half of the year. I know originally there were some murmurs that it would be rescheduled for Christmas.
Oh.
I think that was last year. And everyone's just like, no.
Yeah.
Way.
We were so optimistic at the beginning of all this that we would be able to be doing conventions again really soon.
Oh, man.
Oh, I miss them. Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of really fun experience. I mean, this isn't Dark Matter related, but the time that we were at Comic-Con and David Tennant walked in the room is probably my most memorable moment of any convention ever.
Same room as him.
I couldn't breathe.
I also, when we were at dinner that time, and
Peter Capaldi
and Stephen Moffat were sitting at the next table, and then they came over to say hi, and Peter Capaldi signed your backpack.
Yeah, my TARDIS backpack.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, you were wearing a TARDIS backpack as you walked. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Who is your doctor?
Oh, David Tennant, absolutely. Yeah, he's my absolute favorite. I mean, I love him in everything. He's just an amazing actor, but Ten is my favorite doctor for sure.
Me too. I loved him also in Jessica Jones. He was great.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
it was
gosh,
weird because I was like cheering on the villain the whole time because I was like, David Tennant, and I love you. So yeah, probably not how I was supposed to be watching that, but you know.
I do, because I was the same way.
You can have him on as a villain in season 4, right? Everyone needs a good old-fashioned Scottish villain.
Yes, please. That would be amazing.
She's a pretty good villain. She's a pretty good villain.
Yeah.
Misaki.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In that scene, you kind of get to know why she is kind of the way she is, and the fact that she had to compete with the boys, and they didn't treat her very nicely, and she got back at them eventually.
She totally threatened this guy. She was like, "You just watch yourself."
Mm-hmm.
That is the face
She was
of
scary in that scene.
Yep. If she was ever a mother, she would have the best disciplined children with that
Oh my
face.
Gosh, yeah. Imagine her at a PTA meeting.
And the most frightened boyfriends.
Yes.
God, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
My stick is bigger.
And pointy.
She's she was really badass. I mean, in this episode, and in the end, I was like, killer, and it didn't happen.
So bloodthirsty.
I know.
I'm in the same boat. You get a consistent taste of death in every episode. Just kill the ones I want.
Joe, do you want to say a word about the art of Zyron
No,
art?
I mean this is again, Lauren Bancroft Wilson and his visual effects team just creating that kind of a sensibility that speaks of obviously kind of a bit of the Asian influence, a bit of almost kind of like a medieval influence, just kind of a mix of obviously earthern influences, but on another world. Almost actually, I guess kind of anime in influence as well, as I kind of look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
It's very cool.
Oh, that was nice. Very nice.
And I don't know. I like this episode a lot, especially the end, because I was waiting for that. I was like, just kill her.
I love the performance of just like you could see the shock. It just felt so real. And that's the best part. Like everyone on the cast makes it feel so real. Which is not good for someone who gets very attached to characters.
I mean, so did we, though. I think that's why, because we were all so invested in it. When you actually like the character you're playing in the show you're working on, then it makes it easier for everybody. And yeah, it's not hard to like really get into it. And, like I said, we were just as excited as everybody else to see what would happen next. And we loved it. So yeah, it's easy for us to be really invested in it and make it feel more real.
Why do you think, Joe, was it that, well, like, why did Rio go so evil all of a sudden? Like, why didn't he want to rescue his own people?
But that's it. I mean, he wanted to rescue his own people. So in his mind, he was doing something for the greater good. And, I point out that when he got his memories back, he still had the memories of his friendship, which is why he didn't hold them hostage at the end of episode 12 when he retook the crown, which he could have, which basically everyone is like, why didn't he just do that? It's because basically he still has Thor's memories and they're still his friends. And so he let them go. He actually approached 6, he approached 2, and he asked them for the blink drive. And they said no.
No, but I mean, in this episode, when they were like, when 2 was like, let us go rescue your people, because their scientist was like in that one room. Yeah. And then he was like, I don't trust you guys. They're going to have to sacrifice themselves to like the thing. Like he didn't even want to try to rescue them. Like,
no, well, because in order to rescue them, he would have had to unlock the doors. If he unlocks the doors, then 2 and 3 would have actually gained access to the lab and taken the blink drive. And in his mind, the sacrifice of, let's say, 24 scientists is worth the lives of millions of his people.
He just got some wonky priorities.
Yeah.
Basically, he's a pragmatist. He's really thinking just big picture.
Yeah.
Were you sad when he turned evil, Jodelle?
I mean, yeah, because he wasn't on set with us as much. We didn't get to see him as much. It was weird. It was like, it felt like he wasn't on the same show anymore for a little bit.
Yeah, because you have separate stuff going on all the time.
Yeah, it was really strange. I mean, obviously he's still around, but we didn't have scenes together anymore. It was strange. But I mean, I don't know. It was a little bit sad, but also it's kind of cool when any character on the show gets to go in a different direction. It's like exciting. I get like excited for them to be able to do something different and fun. So not exactly. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. I kind of like it when characters turn evil. Not when I'm watching a show, because like it's really annoying and I'm like, oh, why are you evil now? But when I'm working on it, it's like, oh, cool. Like something different and fun to do.
Definitely. I get that.
Yeah.
I would argue he's not evil. He's a little dark side,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no.
Not necessarily. Not.
I don't
not
think
but-
so either. I don't think.
Yeah.
The dude just like straight out murdered his family, though.
Well,
It's gray area.
no.
Well. Meh.
You gotta do what you gotta do when you have to. Like when you're building an empire. Like there's certain things you're gonna have to get done.
And easy lies the head that wears a crown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Joe, was there any doubt when 3 kills the clone? Was there some doubt to whether he was a clone or not?
Yeah, actually, 3 didn't know that he was a clone when he shot him, and then basically when he disappeared, obviously turned out to be a clone. But it just goes to show. I mean, when at the end of episode 1, when 2 says, first we get the blink drive, then we kill Ryo Ishida. That shows their mindset. In their mind, he killed Nyx. So they don't know. So this is kind of revenge they're after.
Well, and I liked it though that they were like, I think it was actually 5 and 6 that were like, well, like what are we like? We're actually gonna go and kill him now? Like, after what's going on? Because I mean, it's hard to go kill your own friend. Like,
and 5 is usually very against the murdering. It's usually more of a like, we can work it out, guys. Like, it's fine. We're a family. We don't need to.
She's very Canadian in that sense.
I loved Alex's jacket there. That blue jacket he was wearing. It wasn't blue. It's almost like purple blue. And I think this was the first time he wore it in this episode. Again, Noreen Landry, our a costume designer, amazing work.
Does somebody have a TV on in the background? Maybe?
No, I'm guessing that's the SkyTrain, right? Is that the SkyTrain going by your house?
Is it loud? I can close my window.
Yeah.
I did not know you could hear that. Sorry.
Oh, good. It's just it's memories for me.
Wow, good ear.
That's incredible.
I can hear the SkyTrain, and I'm like, oh, it's like my memories from my childhood, like listening to the SkyTrain go by. But yeah, that happens all the time in Vancouver. The cool part about the SkyTrain now, though, is they have these I don't know if you know, Joe, but they have these really cool things now on the SkyTrain, or they did the last time I visited with Seth Rogen's voice, and he's telling
oh yeah, that was
really?
I loved it so much.
Do they still do that?
No, that was a really brief thing.
Okay.
I don't even remember what the announcements were. It was something. Oh, I think it was when maybe it was when they made the switch to where you could tap your credit card or something, and I don't know. And then it was something he was making an announcement.
He was just he would tell you safety rules. He'd be like, make sure you're standing behind the yellow line and
I loved it because I could I live near a SkyTrain, so I could hear Seth Rogen's voice sometimes.
Nice.
It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yodelle, this is a couple episodes ago, but John Burns asked, how did you feel about the scene where Rio says goodbye to the android? It was 2 episodes ago, Joe, I think.
Which one was
Joe,
the
can
one?
you refresh my memory?
I think it's the episode where he's gotten his memories back and he talks to the android, and I think he mentions that her memories lie within her or something, and he just says, I've always liked you, android, and he essentially saying goodbye before he goes off to, I think it's episode 12.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
He steals the blink drive.
And then the next episode, he steals the blink drive. But in that episode, he's going off to basically go down to deal with the situation on Xiron, probably walking into a trap.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because, you can tell, like you said, he's not totally evil. He still cares about the Raza crew. He's not gone completely evil. And I think you can see that in the way that he interacts with them. Even though he's got different priorities now, he doesn't completely not care about them anymore. But it's been quite a while since I've done a full rewatch of the show because it's weird watching myself. So I watched this episode, but I need to refresh my memory on all of the rest of them, because there's 3 whole seasons worth of episodes that obviously I remember because I filmed it, but some of the scenes that I wasn't in aren't as clear in my head because I didn't film them myself personally.
It's understandable.
Yeah, it's weird watching myself. It was so long ago.
Yodelle, Gap Stargate, I think, is asking you to say the phrase. Can you say the phrase "because we're dangerous"? I think.
Because we're dangerous.
Nice.
How to kill them all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, best line.
Kill them all.
Yes.
Nice.
Fan favorite.
That was a good line. That was one of my favorites, actually. I was like, oh, hell yeah. When I read the script, I was like, that line. I love that for me.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because, like, we were just talking about how she's not really into the killing until you put her...
Sometimes. It's just like a little bit of killing, like as a treat.
Yeah.
After dinner mint.
Yeah.
A little bit of killing.
Oh god.
She doesn't want to kill people she likes, but
Yeah. But like she's very protective and loyal of her space family. So, you know, she'll do whatever she can to make sure that they're all right. And that they don't get killed.
Hey PJ, can we point out Tom's comment saying "kill them all" is his ringtone? What? Do you want to be followed by police?
Hilarious.
that's so funny.
Holy cow!
Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
I want to do that for
I
a
love
day.
that space station, by the way. It was great.
Oh yeah,
The design
Yeah.
of it.
beautiful.
Oh yeah.
But just I came while we were watching it. Just pointed out the the difference between the season 1 visual effects, which were good, and the season 3 visual effects. So at that point, the visual effects department was really kind of in a groove, and just kind of again, this is Lorne and kind of imagining what the backdrop is. He was always a big fan of nebulas. Even though, the chance of a nebula actually sort of being situated there would be kind of astronomical, but he just always liked that as a backdrop, and it would just create the most beautiful, sort of establishers.
And I actually was gonna ask you, Joe, like, what gave you your idea of like that white shrinking space thing? So like, because we know you already went to like the alternate dimension kind of thing. Like the mirror universe or whatever, and then you kind of like made this anomaly happen because it couldn't quite, keep or go to the other place because of the size and the mass of the blink drive not being calibrated properly. So you made it so that it goes into this kind of like subspace.
Pocket of null space, yeah.
Yeah, like null space. So what gave you that idea?
That is just something we discussed in the room. Paul wrote the episode. Paul Mully's my was longtime writing partner, and it's just like classic sci-fi concepts, alternate universes, but also alternate dimensional space, and whatever that entails, and sort of what is reality. And in this case, it's kind of the opposite reality. The opposite of being is, negative, null, and so we just kind of had fun with that. The idea that it would just kind of slowly encroach on our reality.
Yeah. Oh, love that.
I was not going to put this up but Matt, her father is asking me to, so I will.
I love it so much.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's so good.
This is Molly from the UK. If you want to say anything to her, she is listening. Yodelle.
You're perfect. You're wonderful. I love your cosplay so much. You literally look like a mini me. It's so good. That literally looks like that could be like a 5 flashback. Like, that's great. Yeah. I love it.
It could be, yeah.
And her father designed the guns.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about this on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
I saw like a tweet. Yeah, that's amazing.
He built those 2 from scratch, the Baba and the gun she's holding.
That is so cool. How? Like, what? What is that made of? Is it like foam or something? That is so cool. That's so cool.
That thing's got to be heavy.
Yeah, I was just thinking, we had 2 versions of Bubba, and one of them was the like lighter version that was like I don't know exactly what it's made of, but like
but still kind of heavy.
Yeah, it's still pretty heavy when you're holding it for a long time. And then there was a real version that I had to use for anything that was closer up, and that one was so heavy. It's not so bad if you just like pick it up. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's heavy, but like, all right. But when you have to hold something for quite a while, it's like it starts to get heavier and heavier. I remember there was this one scene. I have zero idea what episode it was, but I had to kind of like swing Bubba up onto, I don't know, some crates or something, and it was so difficult to do. I was like,
and that was last episode.
Than me. And then I was doing the like gallery shoot, like the photos that we do for the promotional photos and stuff, the character photos, and I don't know, somebody said, oh, hey, let's get Bubba in there, and I was like, no.
Well,
I can't hold that thing.
That was me, and I asked you to hold it. And then when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I got to write this into an episode."
Okay, I knew there was something. There was like some more backstory there. Yeah, that's what happened. So I hadn't used it in the show yet until after that. I didn't realize. That's funny.
So you can pay for her shoulder replacement now after swinging it around.
Yeah.
It was so heavy. We got some good photos out of that, though. There's one, I don't know, it's around somewhere where I'm holding it and I'm just like laughing in the picture because I'm trying so hard to like pick it up. I love that picture.
Joe, do you want to take Jeff's question? Can Yodelle return for a future 5 episode?
It depends on Jodelle's schedule, and this is kind of a spoiler, but...
Do I need to unplug?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Wait,
what was written there? It just said the future 5 episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's everything right
Joe
there.
was saying that there was going to be a spoiler. I was like,
no.
Are you going to say something?
Oh, okay, I got the question now.
I get it now too. Okay.
I have a very tired brain.
No, I didn't get it either.
Okay, good.
And I've watched it, Katie.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
Suffering alone.
John Burns, thank you. 5 is a lot like Wash, Alan Tudyk, and Firefly. Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence, or this is the wrong crowd for that? Yeah. That's true.
That's funny. I never thought to make that comparison before. I've definitely had her compared to Jewel Staite's character in Firefly. They have some very similar outfits. I
that first
them like
outfit.
side by side one time because I had the jacket with like the pink sleeves and the green camo, and it looked a lot like
that was, I'm
outfit.
sure, Noreen's very much inspiration or tip of the hat to
Probably, yeah. I'm very happy about the comparison to anything Firefly.
Yeah.
Yodelle, are you open to if they recruit you for any new Stargate? Are you open to that?
Of course, yeah, always. Any Stargate, I'm there. I would have loved to be able to play Harmony again if the show went on for longer. That would have been so fun to come back. So yeah. anytime, I'll be anybody.
Yeah, that was and it's funny because you mentioned comedy earlier on, but Harmony was pretty much a comic role. You played essentially spoiled princess.
Yeah. It was very fun. And I don't get to do that a lot. I don't get to do a lot of like comedy type stuff, which is why I loved that role so much, because especially at that point, I had pretty much only done pretty dark things. Like I was still really young and I was getting a lot of the like darker roles and, doing all the horror movies and everything. So that was one of the first things I got to do. There was like a lot more silly and fun and upbeat. I'd never played a character like that before. And not really since, not exactly like that. She was a lot of fun, yeah. Getting to just be like a total sassy brat.
If you haven't watched the episode, check it out. Harmony, Stargate Atlantis, I think season 4, or 5. I don't know.
I still have to rewatch all of Stargate now, so.
Matt Ryan says, thank you so much, Yodelle. She can go to bed happy. Bubba weighs 13.8 pounds.
Wow.
Oh my.
Wow.
That's my whole cat. That's like.
Oh my gosh.
And this question is for Joe. 3 is a lot like Jane Cobb, too, right?
Yeah, I mean, when the series starts off, because the characters don't have memories, there are no backstories. So they become almost like ciphers for certain characters. So in Three's case, he's like Jane Cobb from Firefly, or he's like the rogue sort of whatever gunslinger. And then as kind of the series goes on, you begin to sort of find out more about the characters, and you peel the onion, and you kind of undermine the expectation. So at first, he seems very much like Jane Cobb, but I think sort of as the series progresses, he really becomes, his own guy.
Mm.
I'm so glad you made him more tolerable.
That was always the plan, but I was actually shocked by how much audiences really hated the character at first.
Yeah,
And Anthony
I'm always surprised by
absolutely
that
loved it.
too. Yeah, it's funny because I guess, I don't know, I didn't really see him that way because Anthony is so fun to be around.
Yeah.
I just kind of forgot that he might not be that likable if you're watching it. And so sometimes like people will watch it for the first time and they'll be like, oh God, they'll be like, I hate that guy. And I'm like, Anthony? Why?
Well,
why do you like him? And I forget that, like, I guess you might not like him when you watch it for the first
But
time.
it's funny because at first people tend to really hate the characters, but as the story goes on, by season 3, he becomes a fan favorite. And it's kind of the classic, like I remember my psychology teacher saying, in life, former friends make the worst of enemies, and former enemies make the best of friends. And it's kind of like you do that complete 180 turn where you have such intense feelings for someone one way, and then over time you do kind of like a total swing of the pendulum the other way. And that's the way it is with his character. It took a lot of work, and a lot of it is obviously Anthony's performance. I mean, he's so good in the role.
Yeah, I guess he's just too convincing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm petty. I have a 15-year-old rivalry that I will never let die.
By the way, I started
Jodelle,
watching. Oh, I'm sorry, PJ. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Jodelle and Joe. Is it me or is it Zoe? Zoe was great in season 1, but is she getting even better and better as he's playing the android in season 3?
I think everybody gets better and better, and I think Zoe was just more comfortable in the role as sort of time goes on. I mean, it's a really tough part to play.
Really tough.
Yeah.
Also, in the first season, she did so incredibly well. She just had a baby, and she had so much to memorize, things that are really difficult to say, and she did such an amazing job. But yeah, I think it's just something like with a character like that, you get more comfortable playing it after like the 3rd season. You get more used to it because you're still kind of figuring it out in the first season. I mean, you couldn't tell that at all, but it's like she's trying to be a robot and has all of these ridiculously difficult lines to say because when you're like, my lines sometimes were a bit tongue twisty, but it's okay to kind of stumble a bit or not speak perfectly because you're playing a human being. But when you're playing an android, you can't, like, there's no hesitation when you're talking, so you can't like stop and think for a second unless she's supposed to. So it's a lot harder for her. But yeah, she starts out incredible and gets even better. She's so good at it.
Do you want to play an android someday?
Oh, I'd like to play an android that just talks like a human. Her line, I was not jealous of the dialogue that she had and the way that she had to say it, because that, very difficult. She did it so well, and I don't think I could get close to that. So I think that'd be really, really fun, but I would sort of like to be, the type of android that's like machine underneath,
right,
but acts like a human. That would be really fun. Yeah,
kind of like Data.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
I did think that, again, I mean, Zoe's an incredible actress, but in this episode, when she, when he calls the ship, right, and he's like, "What's going on?" Like, Ford's calling the ship, and he's like, "So, like, I lost touch with my clone. Like, what's going on over there?" And she's like, "Why should I tell you?"
Yeah.
That whole interaction was like really good because she was so mad at him. Like, you tell him, like, oh man, there's that android's really feeling that emotion. She had a lot of hostility towards him.
She's absolutely incredible at that, though. At showing human emotion in an android way. You can tell when she's annoyed or really happy, and her expression doesn't really change. She's just like, but you can tell the difference between like that's her annoyed like or happy. And just the way that she's speaking, you can tell like what she's thinking and feeling. There's so many good examples of that. I just love when she gets really sassy. She has some really sassy android lines I love so much.
I love sassy android.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I like the jealous android when she had to do, well, especially the line where she did 4 different accents all within a minute's time.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
jealous of the assassin droid.
Yes.
I still love that.
Jamaican android. I'll never forget that.
Tori, John Burns asks, thank you, John Burns, for asks, what was it like working with Tori?
Oh, amazing. I loved all my scenes with her. We had so many good guest stars, and she was definitely one of my favorites. I just loved everybody on that show so much. Like, it really felt like a family, and even when we had guest stars, like, I would be sad when they left and everything because they just felt like part of our space family. But yeah, she was amazing. Only good memories of her. And she was just also an amazing actress.
I remember the first season when we finally wrapped the first season. I got a picture of you hugging the Raza set, like you were hugging one of the walls.
I did that every year.
I don't want to leave.
Always gave the Raza a hug. Had to.
Aww.
I miss it very much. I have those like those like LED strips that you can put on the top of your ceiling. I've got those, and sometimes I put the red ones and it looks like the Raza. I like it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I can do all different colors. I've got a photo of the like Raza hallway with the like red lights on, and that's what it looks like. So it reminds me of that every time I put the red color.
And Jodelle, I just saw a really good question from Nate Knows Reviews. He asks if you watched the Orville.
You know what? I actually haven't. I've not been very good about watching new things. I mean, once in a while, but I tend to rewatch comfort shows over and over and over and over again.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. So, but I'll add that one to the list of next time I feel the motivation.
You will love it, and there is definitely like cosplayable characters in there.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay.
Would you audition for it, Yodel?
I mean, I audition for whatever my agent sends my way, and every once in a while there will be something, and I'm like, that's not quite for me. But most of the time, she knows me pretty well. So yes, I definitely would. Yeah, if there was a role that fit me, I'd be happy to audition for it.
And let me just take the opportunity to say happy birthday to Tom Costantino, the co-showrunner for the Orville. Happy birthday, Tom! If you're listening,
happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And this was a really nice moment where you. I mean, there was several nice moments with your father figure, and he left you and frustrated and in suspense. What was it like? I thought this is great background for Five, Joe. How is it like working with this actor, Yodel, and what did you think about the way Joe took the story?
Honestly, this is one of my favorite episodes, and these scenes specifically. I love being able to see some of Five's backstory, and I just really liked the way that Joe wrote it, and getting to see her background, and that character specifically was just amazing, and I feel like really helped to show how Five turned out the way that she is. I mean, I think he was a really good influence on her, and really, really cared about her, and obviously she doesn't have a whole lot of family. She's got her friends, and she kind of makes her own family, and it's very clear that was part of her family before. And yeah, he was also just really great for the role, like perfect. Really felt like the perfect father figure / teacher for 5, and I think Joe wrote it perfectly. I wouldn't change anything. That part where everything disappears broke my heart. It was not hard to cry in that scene. It was really sad.
Aw. That was a sad scene.
Yeah.
Tugging at our heartstrings, Joe.
Yeah, very much so. Very much.
He's out
Good
there
at that.
somewhere, though.
Yeah.
He's out there
True,
somewhere,
he is.
so
It's
who
just
knows?
just the way that the scene was, it just just yeah.
It was-
Emotions.
Oh.
That was
And,
something that I was amazed by when there was another scene with you and 3 a couple episodes ago where he was basically dying and you were crying, and
Oh yeah.
Joe said those were real tears, and I'm just going, what? I didn't realize
When you were out in the
actors
forest
and
and,
actresses
and,
could pull that out.
Yeah.
and you were leaving him behind.
That was actually that one was difficult. Like I generally don't have if I like start the scene in tears or something, I'll be like, can you give like why would I just sit here trying to make myself cry before we start? If I'm supposed to already have tears running down my face or something. But generally if it's in the middle of the scene, you kind of just gotta get water to come out of your eyes. And sometimes it's really easy and sometimes it's very difficult. It depends on the scene and just a lot of different factors. I mean, it's really weird filming because everything is a bit like chopped up. When you watch a scene, it's like there's this huge buildup and it's so emotional. And then when you actually film it, it's like, okay, we've done a wide shot. Okay, now we're going to go in. Now we're going to do your coverage. Now we're going to do your coverage. Okay, you're in this a little bit. This one's really, really close. So lots of tears, please. And then there's times where it's like, okay, so we're just going to get this one piece of the scene. So we're not going to do any of all that stuff that was like all the buildup that made you cry. We just need this really quick bit where you're already super emotional. Like, it's hard.
Oh my God.
But I remember that scene. I was actually having a hard time that day because sometimes it just doesn't. Sometimes your body doesn't want to cry. You know, it's like it doesn't always work. But I finally managed to
Anthony
get it
made
for
you
that
cry.
one take, and I was literally like, "Can you just like be loud at me?" Because that will make me cry.
Oh my God, that's cute.
Feel
Yeah.
that on a
Yeah,
level.
sometimes you need a little help. So when it was like my coverage, I was like, "You just like be intense, please." And it made it easier for me to actually do it.
So
finally,
sad, but that's
that take.
actually really cool.
Yeah, you
We
gotta do what
have
you gotta do sometimes.
We have some behind the scenes pictures that Joe always takes. And I'm going to put as I put them up. If you made, we have a question from Time Prophet that says, "Who do you like best, Udell, Jensen Ackles or Jared Padalecki?"
You know what? See, it's difficult. There's a couple different ways I could answer this because, like, I have watched. I don't think I've watched all of it. No, I haven't watched all of it, but I've watched a lot of Supernatural. So like, I don't think I really have a favorite between the two like characters as just like somebody who watches the show. But I've been in 2 episodes of Supernatural, and in both of them, I was mostly with Jared. I didn't have any scenes with Jensen in the first episode. I was in the first season and the last season, which was really cool. Like Jodelle bookends on Supernatural. And yeah, so it's not that I like Jared more, it's just I had a lot more time with him and I barely got to interact with Jensen in either episode. So I loved working with Jared. He's quite a goof on set though, which throws me off a lot. I remember when I did the first episode, because you like block out the scene and do rehearsals before you actually film it. And when we were doing the rehearsal, he was trying to make me laugh, but I was like, does not compute, must be professional when I was a kid, and I was like, why is he what's happening? Why is he trying to make me laugh? So I like had like a fully straight face, and I think he was like a bit confused. He was like, because he likes making it really fun and silly, and then when I went back for the last season, he was still the same, still exactly the same. So I guess that for like over a decade, they kept having fun, just as much fun on set every single day. And you could really tell because like the vibe on set was not like stressful or anything. So yeah, I just love how he made everything really silly and enjoyable for everybody. But they're both awesome. They're both really cool.
Joe, do you want to do you have any input on this question?
Five, let her taste her hot chocolate, and she did point out that she has taste receptors just like human beings. In fact, she has probably more taste receptors than your average human, so she can appreciate the flavor of chocolate a little more.
That was one of my favorite android moments. It's just so cute.
Aww.
And she steals your chocolate, your hot chocolate.
Yeah.
I love all your moments with the android. It's like so
Me too.
You're like kind of like her mom, but like I don't know, you're not though. So you're just kind of like you take care of her though. It's so cute.
Even I mean, right from the beginning, I remember one of my audition scenes was one of the scenes with the android. And then when we ended up doing that scene, I think it was the one where did she come in and sit cross-legged beside me or so? Yes. That was my audition scene. Yeah. And then it was even cuter when we actually did it because that obviously didn't do that in the audition. And yeah, I loved it when we got to one of the scenes that I did in the audition because it's so fun to like bring it to life. And I already know the lines, so that's always nice.
That's so sweet. See, look at
Joe
that.
had brought up, it was several weeks ago, I can't remember the exact episode. You were infiltrating, and there was you were on a computer with 3 and 6, and they asked if there was anything they could do to help, and you got the cookies. And the double take you did on how good the cookies were, that wasn't in the script. Joe brought it up, and I was just going, yeah, that was really cool.
That was one of my favorite touches of any performance. It's just basically how you went in, had the cookies, and then you were like, you gave them another look, and you're like,
That's just me.
Not bad.
I just like cookies.
Yeah.
I remember all the times that I got to eat on that show, so very memorable. I got a mini cupcake once on the episode when we went back in time on Earth. It was real good. It was a little mini chocolate one, delicious. Yeah. And there was the cookies. The cookies were good. Yeah, hot chocolate, delicious. Sometimes I would take the things that were leftovers from the prop department, like these little buns from TNT that like we weren't eating them, but they were on the table, and I was like, those are my favorite, and they had leftovers, so they let me take these little like matcha buns and like taro ones, and they were delicious filling in the middle. Oh, I love them so much.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They bought them because they're like cool looking and colorful, but I was like, I love those. I need to eat them, please.
Joe, do you have an anti-gravity machine hidden in your basement?
Sadly, no. I think the anti-gravity machine was scrapped.
Oh,
sadly, I have a bunch of stuff in storage. A little too much. I think my wife is like, "Okay, do you really need this?" But
Hi. No, he left.
Oh, darn it.
He walked right past me.
Oh,
That's so rude. Gigi, come back. Come here. I don't have any
John
treats for him,
Burns, but
not interested.
he doesn't want to show up. John Burns, nobody's really dead in sci-fi. You never know. Joe might bring him back.
yes.
Oh.
Stranger things have happened.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, nobody ever really dies.
Yeah.
There's always a twin or a parallel universe.
Always. There's always something. I mean, yeah.
Unless you're
always a possibility. There's a way.
Yeah.
Kind of like in D&D, like nobody ever is really like. There's always a way to bring somebody back if they die. It's the same with sci-fi.
You want to walk us through these pictures, Joe?
Oh, sure, yeah. Okay, so this is I think this is the set we were talking about. I think it was it Dixie Road, or was it the second set down? I think it was like the second set, and kind of tucked away in the corner. And again, this is all Ian Brock creating kind of an industrial look, and he wanted something kind of a set piece, and that's what the anti-grav device was.
Chasing a cat.
And
Oh, there we go.
Yay! Oh.
Cutie.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my
Don't take out my headphones, please.
he's a cutie.
I have a white one. I was gonna go see if I can.
Oh,
Just a little kitty play date.
don't leave. I'm happy.
See, if I had a black cat, I would have to name it Toothless. I,
Yeah. There's a few different options, but I went with Gigi because when he was a kitten, he had gigantic ears and he really looked like Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service.
I love that name. I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's delivery.
Yeah. The other one has a name from anime Blue Exorcist, so they got anime names, both of them.
My old cat was Luna. So-
Yeah, I thought about that as well, but I don't know. I couldn't decide. I felt like Gigi fit really well.
Aw.
My cat now, she doesn't really have an anime name, but she has a Japanese name, like
What is
Oh
it?
yeah.
Yuki, because that's
Oh,
Oh.
Aw.
Japanese. So I was like, well, you're white, and you leave little snowflakes everywhere because her hair, like
You girls got to do some cat streams,
I know.
like just cats.
Not even us,
And-
just the cats.
Yeah,
I'll set
in
up a
this-
Twitch for you.
Do it.
Director
Those
Bruce
eyes look
McDonald.
so comfortable.
He's
I miss
awesome.
dogs.
He's on the camera, Joe. Director Bruce
Yeah,
McDonald?
Bruce McDonald. One of my favorite directors.
Me too. He's really fun.
He was always great. He's always great with the cast, especially.
He's just always so happy. Just like
Yes, exactly.
Just
I
good
was thinking
vibes,
that
you
the
know?
other day, just
Yeah.
thinking about him and the fact that whenever I see him, he's always got a smile on his face. He's always really upbeat.
I like his
Like-
cat.
Yeah.
the mood of the director kind of rubs off on the entire set. So if you're having a really stressful time or
Mhm.
somebody's, not in the best mood, then it kind of spreads.
Yeah.
So he was always
Yeah.
really great. 'Cause
There
he's
was
always
a, there was a
in the mood
director
and
we
made
used
everybody else
earlier
good.
on who was like that, like very stressed. I remember he went off on Roger once. And needless to say, we never had that director back.
It
Oh
happens.
my gosh.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not a good fit.
Yeah.
He
There's
was having fun.
yeah.
Is he doing a Karate Kid kick? Or
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Alex,
I'm
very
about to get
like
shot.
his
The
stoic
crane.
character.
Actually, this is what I was gonna say. I started watching JD and Georgia on Netflix, and
Mhm.
he's on it. Like he's
Yeah.
got a couple of cameos on there. Anyways,
He's got
it's totally not for this crowd. Like that
Yeah.
show. No. It's I mean, maybe like the girls might like it because it's like a total drama. Have you seen it, Jodelle? Jenny and Georgia?
I have not. No, I haven't.
It is such a one of those like guilty pleasure things because it's like
Yeah.
it's totally like a girly like Gilmore Girls, like darker vibes, like kind of like that. But
What,
I
what
like
happens with shows like that is that I don't tend to like. They don't necessarily interest me initially, but if I end up watching it for whatever reason, then I will like
yeah, I'm
kind
same
of
way.
get into it because then it's like, all right, well, I'm already kind of in this now, so I'm invested. But unless I like have a reason to start it, then like I don't. I think like, it's probably not my thing. But then once I do, then I'm like, all right, well, I'm watching it all now.
Yeah,
I gotta know what
I
happens.
love your shirt in this picture.
Thank you. I still have that shirt.
Nice.
we gotta have
I-
Kylo. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Yoda.
No, it's okay. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say that there's a YouTuber that Nina and I both know. Nina told me about him. His name is Kylo
Yeah.
Tim. We need to have him on sometime. He looks exactly like Adam Driver.
He
Oh,
does.
really?
Oh.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's
they're
funny.
complete lookalikes. Like it's kind of crazy.
Has he done a cosplay? Because he should.
He
Yeah.
should.
He should.
He
He
would
hasn't done
literally
it?
be mistaken. No, I don't think so.
I don't think he has. No.
That's a shame.
I don't
That's
think
just
so.
that's a waste of a good cosplay right there.
It is. It is. Yeah, he looks exactly like Adam Driver. They could be
Weird.
twins.
Wow.
He could use double.
There's Bruce hanging out.
I love his hat. He just looks like somebody I can chill with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that hat just makes me happy. Just
Yeah.
like, how can you not be happy when you're like looking at somebody with a hat like that? You know?
Totally. Wow, look at that.
That is
That's
I
cool.
think that's the concept.
Oh, that's really cool.
Did you guys like, I don't know, break down a big rig, seal
No,
the
it was
wheel
actually-
well?
It was actually styrofoam, or kind of like a hard
That's so
styrofoam.
cool.
It was actually,
Oh.
yeah.
Wow.
They got very
Magic.
creative with all those techie things.
Yeah.
I loved trying to figure out like what all my weird little tech bits were made of, because
In your
sometimes I
room?
could figure it out. Yeah, just like,
Yeah.
or anything, whenever they give me something that I'm supposed to be fiddling with, I'd be like,
Mhm.
what like random bits of electronics is this made out of? Sometimes I could figure it out, like recognize little pieces of stuff. But yeah, it was really awesome. They got very creative with it.
Yeah. And this here is our, we're doing prep week as we were preparing for the episode. We have our art department meetings, and on our left is Lauren Bancroft Wilson, our visual effects supervisor, director Bruce McDonald, and then our first assistant director, Christopher Binney.
Very
I
nice.
loved looking at all the storyboards and all the concept art and everything. Whenever I went up to the office and there was a board around, I'd be like, ooh, and I'd just stop like an art gallery. It's beautiful.
Which you look forward to.
Did ADEGA ask you the whiskey club question yet?
He did.
He did. What?
Yeah, we did.
What
I
is
said
it?
I was most likely napping most days, so I think I missed it.
This is
Well,
Lena's
rehearsal.
been jumping the gun on me recently, so it's more her question now.
You were just so quiet. I was like, okay.
Well, you ladies are having a good time. I don't need to interfere with it.
I
Oh,
stole your question again, ADEGA. I'm sorry.
And don't apologize. I think it's funny.
I love this picture. It's cute.
So cute.
I tried sitting like that while doing some crafting earlier, and my legs hate me now. So
Oh.
And that's the
There's
picture. There you
there's
are by the
the-
heater.
I'm sad because I'm cold.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
Yeah, it was really, really cold in that studio, but that was
Yes.
a cozy outfit. Oh, I kept those jeans too. I still have those jeans.
Oh.
Yeah. I love Five's clothes. See, I like that. I like that outfit a lot. We don't need to talk about the hat anymore, but I really like that outfit because it was like Five, but like a subtle version. You know, it was like
Yeah.
I love all of Five's outfits, but obviously the ones when she's on the ship, she just kind of takes a whole bunch of things and puts them on all at once. And this is cool because it's still very much Five. You know, it's recognizable as like her style. She's still got something tied around her waist and everything. But that's pretty much like how I dress. Like that's pretty much
That's
me
you.
there. Yeah, basically.
That's awesome.
Yodelle, there's a question from Garrett. What is the one line you remember the most from the show that kept making you laugh, or was the hardest to say without cracking up?
Oh, I feel like it wasn't so much that there were lines that were hard for me to say. Like there were probably a few, but I think I had a very hard time not laughing sometimes with like Zoe's lines because she's so good at it and just like does it completely with a straight face. And especially when it's the end of the day, you know, it's been like 12 hours and you're just trying to get one more scene, but it's just so funny. And you know, when you get to that point where you're so tired that like you just everything makes you like giggle and you're so deliriously tired. And we didn't have like crazy long days, but you know, sometimes at the end of the day, you're just like, you're just tired, and you gotta keep going. And yeah, Zoe's just so hilarious. I don't remember what scene it was, but there was one where Zoe and Melissa had to be like so close to each other for the scene, and we just like couldn't stop laughing. And I think she had to have her eye line literally like she couldn't look at Zoe because we kept laughing. And so she had to look off to the side. There were a few times like that where it had been a long day and the scenes were funny and just couldn't get through it.
And here we have a picture of the new horror pitch that Joe is putting together.
Oh my god. Wow.
That's a good one.
he's the kind of guy I would love to go partying with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right? He's fun.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Scarf, the
Yeah.
hat, the knives. That's all you could want.
Yeah.
Yodelle, I don't know if they asked you this already, but do you have any intentions at any point to work behind the camera?
We talked about like directing a little bit, but not exactly the same. I would say that there's a lot of jobs on the other side of the camera that I would like, but I'm not so much into the directing and producing and all of that. I've never really felt I've never really felt drawn to that. I don't think that I would like the responsibility of like being in charge of the entire set. It's a lot of people, and when things go wrong, it would be on me. And I just it's a lot.
What about like
It's a lot.
costume design or something?
That's what I was gonna say. Is I wouldn't really want to be in charge of everything, but I would absolutely love to be in like set deck or to be able to work on the sets, or not necessarily design them, but I just love like the hands-on stuff. So I would love to be able to like place everything and paint stuff and just work on the props and everything. That would make me so happy. I would absolutely love to have a job like that. So I think if I ever decide not to be an actor anymore, that I would probably still want to be on set, because I don't think that I could live without it. I think I would just miss it so much. It's like when you've done it your whole life, it would feel so strange to never be on set again. It's like a second home, But yeah, I would love to do something in the artsy side of things if I wasn't on camera.
When I had because I grew up in Vancouver too, and I remember we had I went to drama class and everything like that in high school, and I wasn't great at acting, even though I loved improv and like that, but I loved set design. So that's one of the things
so
I got
cool. Yeah.
Best things is set design. It's
Yeah,
really
sometimes I'll walk by on Dark Matter. Sometimes I would walk by on my way to set and see them working on another set, and I'd be like, I want to help. I want to do that. It looks like so much fun. Give me a paintbrush. So I think I would really, really like it. Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, they're like, get the talent out of here.
I want to be able to look at a set and be like, I made that. I did that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think Matt Ryan's comment goes to this picture. Looks like you just found out there's no season 4.
That's a good one.
You got stabbed.
Oh yeah, and there's Paul.
Poor guy.
I get sticky though. Like when I had my fake blood for one of my scenes, that adhered to my skin. You were peeling it off,
gross.
oh
yeah.
Oh man.
And then there's the kind that's like for when it's supposed to be in your mouth or something. It's really sweet, but it tastes weird. It's like corn syrupy or something. Yeah, it's all sticky though. It's all really sticky. Yeah. That's the thing about horror movies. Like, they're super fun to work on, but there tends to be a lot of like blood and grime, and just at some point you're gonna be like filthy and have like cuts or whatever, and it feels gross, but it looks cool.
Oh man.
Right.
Yodelle, I wanted to mention this. I'm not sure if you guys touched upon it. I am sorry for the problems we had in the first half.
That's okay.
Did you guys bring up the Office games? And if not, do you want to tell us really quick about it, what it's about and what your role
you know what? I'm actually not sure
if you can talk about it.
What's going on with that one at the moment. COVID kind of messed a lot of things up and delayed things. It was a movie that I did before all this craziness happened, and I have no idea what's going on with it at the moment, or if it's being released. Otherwise, I would tell you more about it, but I'm not sure right now. Thank you for bringing it up, though.
Okay. Yeah, but you guys finished it, though, right?
Yeah, it was like ages ago, but I'm not sure what the update is there. It's been a bit.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for those photos.
I looked them on your IMDb and it said post-production, so I was like, oh.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. Everything's been delayed and stuff, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Have you done more voices and stuff for like video games, or is the Bioshock the only one you did?
I haven't done a whole lot. I'd really like to do more because it's really fun. It's nice. You can go to work in your pajamas and not really care about what you look like, and it's just your voice. You know, I actually really like it. I've only done, I did the Bioshock, and then I did a voice in Paranorman, the Leica movie, like the same people that did Coraline. Yeah, I was Aggie, the like little witch girl. So like at the end when Norman like finds the source of everything going on, and it's me, the evil little witch girl, as usual.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I love Leica movies so much. I absolutely love stop motion. That's another thing that would be a dream job of mine if I ever did anything else. I got to see the Leica studio. I don't remember when it was because I don't know. COVID changed my perception of time, but it was before that. A little while before that. I got to tour the studio, and it was the coolest thing ever. And
so cool.
Working there would be
so
like.
Cool.
That would be my dream job if I wasn't acting. I love stop motion so much. I absolutely love tiny things and miniatures. So that's like one of my favorite things I've ever worked on. I still can't.
I watched a documentary about like Paranorman and how like they made everything like behind the scenes and everything like that. It's so cool. It was almost cooler than the movie just to watch how they made everything.
That's the thing. Like their work is incredible, but one of the coolest parts of it is seeing how much work they put into it. I mean, obviously the finished product is amazing, but oh my God, it's like months and months and months of every single little detail, like every little piece of fabric or everything you see. Like it's somebody's whole job to make sure that that's exactly right. It's insane. Like every little bit of fabric has to move right, and somebody's entire job is to make sure that happens. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they like make these little tiny clothes and little tiny hats.
Yeah,
and, like,
they
oh my
showed
God,
us how they did everything, and it's so much more work than you could ever imagine. And I wish it was like more appreciated because it's crazy how much work they put into it. And I feel like their movies, like when they come out in theaters, just don't get enough attention for how much work they've put into it. But yeah, Paranorman was so cool. I'd love to do more voice work like that. When I went to the studio, they actually showed me, they didn't have a lot of the like Paranorman stuff out, but they had a little bit, and they showed me one of the Aggie heads. So I got to like hold the little Aggie head. It was one of the ones from when she was going all like glowing and her head was like shaking back and forth and stuff. And it was really cool because it was sort of like, the heads, they literally like did it all by hand. So they had heads that were like separating because it was showing like her head was like going back and forth. So crazy. They literally had like different props for every single frame of that, and I actually got to.
Oh my God! I just found your picture. Like I just googled
Oh, the
it.
one where I was holding it.
Yeah,
I put it on Reddit, so like sometimes when I search things, Reddit posts come up.
Here, I'm gonna share it so everyone can see it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Here, share it up. Kitty, you need to step out. Go ahead.
It's I have a couple more minutes and then I gotta go to bed.
And we're almost done.
2 a.m.
Yeah, that's fair.
There she is.
Oh wow. Wow.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my Reddit post.
Cool.
Yeah, so it was like they had the two like separated, and that's how they did that effect, which is crazy. So you don't think about that when you watch it. You don't think like it looks computer animated, and obviously they add details after, but they literally do all that by hand. I really love to do more work like that. It's one of my favorite things.
That's so funny too, like to see your hair like this. It's
that was a while ago. I cut it all off after that.
Like, oh my God, she has normal human hair.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why like people didn't recognize me as much, or didn't know exactly what they recognized me from, especially when I had the longer hair. Now it's like at least the right length, but I let it grow again, which I've cut it all off again because it's so annoying.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever grow it that long again. This is good for me. I like the 5 hair.
Yodelle, is there
that's so
anything
funny.
you wanna share, you wanna promote or focus on, or let people be aware of that that's coming up for you?
Haven't got a lot going on at the moment, to be completely honest. It's been an interesting year or so, obviously, for everybody. But yeah, if there's anything that that's coming up that I'm allowed to talk about or that I want to promote, I'll obviously post it on social media and all that. So if people are following me on there, then whenever I've got something coming up, I will let everybody know about it. But yeah, in the meantime, you can follow me on all my social media things. I've got a cosplay page and a craft page and Twitter and everything. So that's where all my updates are, if there are any.
Cool, awesome. Joe, is there anything you want to add?
No. I mean, it's great to see Jodelle again. I feel it's been like over a year since I've seen you face to face.
Yeah, it's been a while.
We miss you, and we look forward to I say we, Akemi and I, and also Suji. We look forward to see you again sometime in the hopefully not too distant future.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Well, because my mom's still in Vancouver, so once the craziness dies down and I come back to Vancouver for a visit, maybe I can hit you up and we can go for a coffee or something.
That would be nice. Yeah, I miss like going outside for coffee.
Yes, it would be so fun.
Yeah.
Yodelle, what's your prediction? Are we going to get a Dark Matter season 4 or a mini series or what? What's your gut feeling?
I think it's going to be a 5 spinoff. That's what
amazing.
That's just the vibe that I'm getting. So.
5 an android traveling the galaxy solving crimes.
Oh 5 an android, but like sitcom style.
Yes.
I want a cheesy opening with like a song where we're like back to back. Like, please, do that.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Oh my god, please.
Wow.
I request the ship be named the Nina Infinity and have me as an alpha.
All right, you got it.
Here we go. Okay, we got it all planned.
I want to thank everybody, Yodelle, Joe. I want to thank all you guys on the panel. I am sorry for the problems we had. I apologize.
Okay.
I want to thank everybody in the chat. You're always welcome back, Yodelle. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for Joe really for inviting her.
Well, thanks to Jodelle.
Thanks for hanging out. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was really fun to hang out. All right, I will see you guys later.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rolly the One, Celine, Matt Ryan, Tom Gardner, Neil, Todash, Sarah Jett, Ellen Cox, everybody who's been in here, Captain Edward Jellicoe, Rapunzel, Jeff Beeler, John Burns, everybody. Thank you guys. Be safe. Stay safe. Have an awesome day. And we will be back next Monday for episode 3 of season 3 and more twists and turns courtesy of Joe.
Dang it. We can't just have one relaxing, like where they just go on vacation and shenanigans happen.
No.